Have you ever wondered if the gift of intelligence could be a curse in disguise? Imagine possessing a light so bright that it not only illuminates hidden truths, but also casts long, unyielding shadows. Today we embark on a journey into the paradox of brilliance, a journey that explores why sometimes being smart can feel more like a burden than a blessing. Throughout history, legends like Albert Einstein and Ludwig Wittgenstein have illuminated the path of scientific and philosophical inquiry, only to reveal an inner solitude and existential isolation that many of us rarely see. Their lives remind us that genius does not always lead to happiness. In fact, as we'll discover, the very tools that unravel the secrets of the universe may also expose us to the harsh realities of impermanence, isolation, and inner despair. In this video, we will dive deep into the dark side of intelligence. We will question what it truly means to be smart by examining how the pursuit of knowledge can unearth the painful truths about life. Truths that some have found too heavy to bear. From the tormented genius of John Nash, who battled with inner demons despite his groundbreaking contributions, to Alan Turing, whose brilliance was marred by societal prejudice and personal hardship, our exploration will blend ancient wisdom with modern tales of struggle. Prepare to explore esoteric philosophies, ancient teachings, and practical spiritual techniques that shed light on this enigmatic aspect of human existence. Let us peel back the layers of intellect to reveal its shadowy twin, the burden of awareness, while offering you insights and practices that can transform these challenges into a path toward personal growth and spiritual awakening. The burden of wisdom, the double-edged sword of knowledge across time. Throughout the ages, the pursuit of wisdom has been celebrated as the noblest endeavor of the human spirit, but it has also been recognized as a path laden with hidden burdens. In ancient civilizations, mystics and philosophers saw knowledge as a double-edged sword, a radiant light capable of unveiling the deepest mysteries of existence while casting long, foreboding shadows that many found too overwhelming. The myth of Prometheus, who stole fire from the gods, encapsulates this eternal paradox, empowering humanity with profound insight at the cost of enduring isolation and ceaseless struggle. In Western thought, the tension between enlightenment and despair was profoundly explored during the Enlightenment and Romantic eras. Arthur Schopenhauer argued that intelligence, rather than being an unmitigated blessing, often unveils the inherent suffering of life. His view was that a heightened mind exposes the futility of our endless desires and the ephemeral nature of joy, a perspective echoed by many who followed. Friedrich Nietzsche extended this discourse, suggesting that true genius is condemned to solitude. He believed that the clarity of insight, while liberating, could also lead to an overwhelming sense of disconnection from a society that prefers comfortable ignorance. Nietzsche's words, "If you gaze long into an abyss, the abyss also gazes into you," encapsulate this profound truth. The more deeply one understands, the more one is confronted with life's bleak realities. The narrative does not end in the Western tradition. Eastern philosophies, too, caution against the pitfalls of excessive intellectual striving. Ancient texts like the Tao Te Ching and the meditative insights of Zen masters remind us that relentless pursuit of knowledge can disrupt the natural harmony of life. They advocate for a balance between knowing and being, a sentiment that resonates with the mystical traditions of Sufism, where divine love and existential longing often coexist in bittersweet harmony. Real-life examples further underscore these ideas. Albert Einstein, revered for his revolutionary contributions to science, often spoke of the loneliness and inner turmoil that accompanied his profound insights. Ludwig Wittgenstein, one of the greatest philosophers of the 20th century, experienced intense isolation due to the depth of his thoughts, feeling disconnected from those around him who could not fathom his existential inquiries. the tragic story of John Nash, whose brilliant mind gave birth to groundbreaking theories yet struggled with mental illness, and Alan Turing, whose genius was both a beacon and a source of personal suffering, powerfully illustrate how exceptional intelligence can be both a gift and a burden. Today, in a world awash with information yet starved for wisdom, these historical and philosophical insights remind us that the pursuit of intelligence comes with a cost, the risk of unveiling truths that challenge our very sense of happiness and belonging. The paradox of intelligence, light and shadow in the pursuit of knowledge. At its core, the dark side of intelligence is a paradox, a double-edged sword that illuminates the deepest mysteries of existence while simultaneously exposing the raw, often painful truths hidden beneath everyday life. Intelligence, in its highest form, acts as a master key that unlocks secret chambers of knowledge. Yet this key also reveals vulnerabilities, the impermanence of joy, the inevitability of suffering, and the profound solitude that accompanies deep understanding. Imagine a vast, starlit sky, a canvas of infinite possibility. For many, it inspires wonder, but for a highly perceptive mind, each star is a reminder of distance and isolation, a fleeting spark in an endless void. This brilliant light, instead of simply guiding, casts deep shadows. The more one contemplates the cosmos, the more one is confronted with the transient nature of existence, echoing the experiences of Einstein, who, despite his groundbreaking work, often expressed feelings of loneliness and existential wonder. This insight into life's impermanence also brings us face to face with time's relentless march. Every achievement, every moment of happiness dissolves like ripples in a river. For those with heightened intellect, successes may feel ephemeral, each joy fleeting as if the universe itself whispers that nothing endures. Much like the experiences of John Nash, whose profound intellectual breakthroughs were marred by personal torment and fleeting moments of contentment, every spark of insight carries with it the shadow of inevitable loss. Consider the metaphor of a lighthouse on a stormy shore. Its beam offers hope and guidance to lost ships, yet standing too close can distort vision, blinding rather than illuminating. Excessive intelligence inundates the mind with layers of analysis and skepticism, replacing the simple joy of being with a cascade of questions and doubts. In this way, the brilliant light of intellect becomes a labyrinth where clarity gives way to existential dread, a reality familiar to Ludwig Wittgenstein, whose deep philosophical inquiries isolated him from a world he could no longer easily relate to. The paradox of intelligence, the endless pursuit of truth and its shadows. Delving deeper, the dark side of intelligence reveals itself through the ceaseless interplay of clarity and ambiguity. Every piece of knowledge attained is like lifting a veil, only to find that what remains is an even larger expanse of unknown. Picture an endless library where each open book reveals further mysteries, echoing the life of Alan Turing, whose profound insights into computation were shadowed by personal struggles and societal rejection. This pursuit of understanding creates an internal tug-of-war between the desire for certainty and the acceptance of life's inherent uncertainty. The intellectual mind is continuously caught in a cycle where answers beget new questions, much like peeling layers of an onion, each revealing another. Such a cycle often breeds an existential conflict. While the gift of a keen intellect allows one to perceive the beauty in life's minutiae, it simultaneously alienates one from the simple, shared experiences of everyday life. The duality of intelligence is like the ancient yin-yang, a balance between the light of insight and the darkness of despair. The heightened awareness that characterizes great minds also brings an acute sensitivity to the impermanence and fragility of human experiences. Just as Einstein felt the weight of his discoveries and Nash wrestled with inner demons, the intelligent soul is perennially suspended between the allure of truth and the burden of knowing that every revelation comes with its own set of sorrows. Another layer of this paradox is the notion of free will versus determinism. A mind that has penetrated the complexities of existence might begin to see life as a predetermined dance, where individual agency is both potent and constrained. This realization, while liberating on one level, can also lead to a paralyzing sense of fatalism, a feeling that even with all our wisdom, some outcomes remain inevitable. This duality between freedom and inevitability adds a profound complexity to the experience of deep intelligence, a theme that has resonated with and tormented many a great thinker throughout history. Thus, the dark side of intelligence is not simply about accumulating knowledge, it is about understanding that every insight brings with it an equal measure of sorrow. The journey to enlightenment then becomes a balancing act between the illuminating power of truth and the shadow it casts, a struggle that challenges us to find meaning in the midst of inevitable loss. Harnessing the burden of intelligence, transforming deep awareness into strength. Navigating the dark side of intelligence does not mean succumbing to despair. Rather, it opens the door to transforming existential burdens into sources of strength and creative insight. Here are several actionable practices and techniques to harness your deep awareness and convert its challenges into a path toward inner balance and spiritual growth. 1. Mindful meditation and contemplative reflection. Establish a daily practice of mindful meditation. Allocate time each day to sit in silence, allowing your mind to rest and reflect. Focus on your breath and gently release the tension of overthinking. As thoughts arise, observe them without judgment, acknowledging that both your moments of brilliance and bouts of despair are transient. This practice quiets the internal chatter and provides a sanctuary where your intellectual insights can be examined without overwhelming you. 2. Journaling and expressive writing. Keep a journal to document your thoughts, insights, and the emotions stirred by your intellectual pursuits. Write about the paradoxes you experience, the beauty intertwined with sorrow, as seen in the lives of Einstein, Nash, and Turing. Use prompts like, "What have I learned about impermanence today?" Or, "How can I channel my awareness of life's fleeting nature into gratitude?" Over time, your journal becomes a map of your inner journey, highlighting patterns and growth in your understanding of life's mysteries. 3. Embracing the practice of Wu Wei. Adopt the ancient Eastern principle of Wu Wei, or effortless action. Let go of the compulsion to control every aspect of your life and trust in the natural flow of existence. When faced with challenges or existential dilemmas, step back and observe rather than overanalyze. This approach can alleviate the mental strain of constant introspection and open up avenues for spontaneous creativity and genuine connection with the present moment. 4. Cultivating community and shared wisdom. Although the path of deep insight can feel solitary, building connections with like-minded individuals can ease the burden of isolation. Engage in discussions within philosophy groups, spiritual circles, or online communities centered around esoteric wisdom. Sharing your experiences can validate your feelings and offer diverse perspectives that enrich your understanding. You may discover that the struggles faced by geniuses like Wittgenstein or Turing are shared by others, thus diminishing the weight of solitary genius. 5. Integrating physical practices and nature connection. Balance your intellectual pursuits with physical activities such as yoga, tai chi, or simply walking in nature. Engaging your body and immersing yourself in the natural world can ground your mind and offer a refreshing counterpoint to relentless introspection. The cycles of nature, growth, decay, renewal, mirror the transient nature of existence, providing a living lesson in acceptance and resilience. By incorporating these practical techniques, you can begin to transform the challenges of a keen mind into a source of inner strength, creativity, and spiritual fulfillment. These practices remind us that while the pursuit of knowledge may reveal deep shadows, it also lights the path to a more balanced and enriched life. Embracing the paradox, transforming the burden of intelligence into growth. Our journey through the dark side of intelligence has revealed a profound paradox. The very gift of insight that elevates us also exposes us to the stark realities of impermanence, isolation, and existential despair. From the solitary reflections of Einstein and Wittgenstein to the turbulent lives of John Nash and Alan Turing, history shows that exceptional minds often bear heavy burdens alongside their brilliance. We began by questioning whether intelligence might be a curse, a light that, while illuminating, also casts deep shadows. Our exploration has taken us through ancient myths and modern tragedies, uncovering how the pursuit of knowledge can lead to both awe-inspiring discoveries and profound inner turmoil. Like a lighthouse whose beam both guides and blinds, the pursuit of deep understanding exposes us to the inevitable cycles of hope and despair. Yet within this struggle lies the potential for transformation. By embracing mindfulness, journaling our experiences, practicing the effortless flow of Wu Wei, and seeking supportive communities, we can transmute the challenges of intelligence into pathways for personal growth and spiritual awakening. It is in this delicate balance that we may learn to integrate our insights with inner peace, turning the weight of awareness into a catalyst for compassion, creativity, and genuine connection. As you reflect on these insights, ask yourself, can the burdens of a keen mind be transformed into stepping stones toward a more meaningful existence? Embrace the mystery, honor the struggle, and remember that every shadow cast by the light of intelligence holds the promise of a new beginning. Your journey toward harmonizing knowledge with serenity starts now. Thank you for joining this exploration. May you find strength, inspiration, and balance as you navigate the complexities of your inner world.